Okay, now I'm recording. By the way, if anyone who is on a live stream feels like they especially like the class and before it gets dumped into YouTube, which takes a couple months, just let me know. I can always send you a copy as well because I certainly don't want to penalize people for showing up, right? Because people who don't show up get the recording. And then that recording will only last. It depends. It can last a week or it can last a month to 2 months. But eventually I have to take them out of there, put them in a stick because I run out of space. And I'm not going to buy more space. You know what I mean? More cloud space. Okay, got my mic on. Um, Starting on your back. Now, if you have a large pillow, like a big throw pillow, feel free to put that under your shoulders. In fact, yeah, if you have one handy, let's do that because we're working on spine. I want us to really relax through the spine here. And then, of course, we're going to do some 360 breathing. So you don't have to have a pillow, but if you do have one, you want it set up so it's right under your shoulders. Yeah, and then make sure the chin is still down toward the chest and your knees are bent. So if you're flat on your back, just bend your knees. Now I want you to really, really concentrate on letting your rib cage drop. Think about those lower ribs and let them drop. And now we're going to start that rib cage, that umbrella, that 360-degree breath with the candles blowout. So inhale, open the ribs in all directions, 360 degrees. Of course, hands on rib cage can give you some more sensory input into that. And then blow out through the mouth, full candles blowout. Feel the lower back drop in the deepest part of the exhale. Inhale, rib cage opens. Blow out the candles. Right at the bottom, feel the lower part of the belly engage. Feel the rib cage or feel the lower back drop. Open it up, inhale. Candles blow out all the way down. Go to the very, very bottom, all the way to your pelvic floor. So just let the spine relax here. So having this pillow under your shoulders and letting the rib cage drop not only is good for the pelvic floor, but is also good for releasing the spine. All right, now feel your feet pressing into the mat. Drop your rib cage, chin to the chest. Relax the shoulders. Palms are up, everyone. Got to keep those shoulders nice and open by having the arms in a nice neutral position. Now listen, at the very end of your candles breath, when you feel you can feel, even if you want to put your hand on there, you can feel probably a little something at the end of the breath when the very lowest part of the belly engages. Okay, we're going to keep that engagement and we're going to work deep in the core here. So let's put our hands on our lower belly just to give us, again, some more input. Okay, open up through the rib cage, inhale. Blow out the candle slowly. At the very end, when you feel the belly pull in, lift your right leg off the ground. Excuse me, yeah, we'll do the left. Left knee is bent. Keep it there. Inhale, rib cage. Candle exhale. When you feel the end of that exhale, lift the other leg. All right. Inhale. Candles exhale. Lower belly engages. Tap the right toe to the ground. Bring it back up again. Inhale. Exhale. Candles. Tap the toe to the ground, left side this time, bring it up. Now listen, rather than brace your core, look for that deepest part of your core. And once it's engaged, you just tap that toe to the ground and bring it back up. It takes some learning here. We're working different, deeper muscle groups. Inhale, exhale, candles. When you feel the belly engaged, lock that in. And right toe taps, comes back up. Inhale. Candles blow out. Belly engages, left toe to the ground. I just want you to get used to the deepest engagement of the core, okay? All right, now roll to one side. Take your pillow away from you and come back down to the ground. I guess if you didn't have a pillow, you didn't have to roll out. Okay, arms are open into T position, chin to the chest. Okay, flex your heels. Knees are bent directly over the hips. Check out the shoulders. If they are tight or you're gripping them, release them. Nice. Okay, glue the legs together and just slowly rock side to side, not too close to the ground, probably about halfway there. Again, working the core, but beginning to twist the spine. Again, that rib cage breath, the deep exhale. You can do candles if you want, or go through the nose, doesn't matter. Okay, stopping at center. Bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. We're starting out nice and easy here. All right, release the legs. Now give yourself a nice circling of the knees. And reverse. Okay, good. You know what? I don't want to start with core yet because I don't want to strain the back now that we've released it. So roll onto one side. We've already done some core, by the way, quite a bit, but I'm not going to do any more right now. Okay, come into table pose. Middle fingers are making a T with the top of your mat. Fingers are spread. Press into the outer edges of those fingers. Suction cup your palms. Okay, now listen, I want you to feel like you really are widening between your shoulder blades. Just press into those hands and feel the shoulder blades widen. Don't bring this into your neck. You're looking straight down at the mat. Nice. Okay, let's do something for shoulders and mid-back. We'll get Melissa and Chris happy. Okay, left hand, bring it in just about an inch or so. Right arm comes up. Bring that arm underneath. We're going to thread the needle. Right palm is up, come down on that right shoulder. Now you'll notice that in this position, yes, it's primarily a shoulder opener, but you're also getting this huge mid-back stretch and twist. So just hang out here and breathe. Those of you who want to add on, lift the left arm to the ceiling, catch raindrops with your palm, or possibly even flip that palm back, bring the arm back, bend the elbow, and put a bind in this. Once you bind, go back, bring your awareness back to the right shoulder. And yeah, so you can even rib cage breath here.
And when you do rib cage breath here, you're actually going to bring more stretch into that right shoulder girdle. Feel that. Okay, right hand into the mat right in front of you if it's not there. Left hand, straighten the left arm, release the right. Come back in your table pose, recalibrate. Okay, now bring the right hand in a little bit. I'm just doing that so we can get more stretch through the mid back. Left arm comes up. Left hand sweeps behind the right wrist. The left palm is up. We drop slowly into our left shoulder. Feel that nice stretch. Now, if you want more mid-back stretch, you can press your right hand into the mat and just kind of take your right chest back a little bit. Yeah, back towards you just a little bit. Okay, that's just if you want to add more mid-back. You can also lift that right arm to the ceiling, catch raindrops, or you can bind it. So lots of options in this one. But once you're done with all that fancy stuff, still the pose and drop into the left shoulder. That rib cage breath is going to deepen the stretch. Right palm into the ground, press it into the mat, lift up. Okay, get back into your table pose. Wrists are under the shoulders again. Fingers are spread. Press into the hands, wide in between the shoulder blades. Take the left knee in a couple inches off center line. Send the right leg back with a flexed heel. Okay, nice. Now, take the right leg out to the right side, straight out to the right side. Tap the foot to the ground and lift it slowly up again. Tap, lift. Now, as you do this, okay, it's going to be hard, but when you exhale, feel an engagement deep in the belly, because if you engage that deepest part of the core, that's going to help you even here. Keep the leg lifted and make circles. Okay, now we're starting to really get into that right hip. Reverse. Swing that leg all the way back. Hips are facing the mat again. Flex the right heel again. Lift it a little higher. Feel the right glutes work. Listen, check out if you're kind of losing integrity in the shoulders. Press into the palms. Feel your chest lift. Widen between the shoulder blades. That's going to stabilize your shoulders, everyone. So just keep that energy up there. Now, lift the right heel and pulse it to the ceiling. Keep the leg long. Breathe through this. Now bend the knee, press the heel way up to the ceiling. Listen up. We're going to swing that knee that's up in the air over to the left side and to the outer part of the other knee. Swing it over, drop it down next to the other knee, or as close as you can get it. So your thighs are kissing. Squeeze your thighs together. Press your hips back halfway. Now walk your hands one or two little baby steps to the right and press back some more. Press, 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 coming down. Okay, got some really nice opening in the hips here. Now drop your elbows to the ground. You may be able to get your hands a little closer. Elbows to the ground and just melt over your legs. Drop your head. Breathe here. Now, this is a nice one for the mid back because it really opens it up. And if you put a rib cage breath into this, it opens it some more. Try it. So really make the back wide with your breath. All right, come back up, straighten your arms, walk your hands back to the mat where they belong. Okay, you feel the knees squeezing together, unlock them, send the right leg straight back with a flexed heel, and then down to the ground. Bring it next to the other one. And then send the left leg out. Heel is flexed. Bring that leg over to the side. Inhale, exhale, try to engage the lower belly, tap the toe, tap the foot, the inner foot to the ground, and lift. It's a small movement, tap, lift. Very controlled. Okay, it doesn't get too high. One more tap and lift. And then circles, little tiny circles. So really working deep into the lateral hip space. Reverse those circles. Send the leg back. Bend the knee. Press the flexed heel up there. This is where we tend to collapse in the shoulders. When the heel comes up, press into the hands firmly. Really make space between the shoulder blades. Just think it. Nice. Lift that heel to the ceiling. Beautiful. And just kind of bounce it up there. Now straighten the leg. Press through it. Feel it in the glutes. Heel is very flexed and pulse here. I know I'm kind of mixing it up compared to the other side, but we're getting everything. Bend the knee, press it up. Here's where we're going to swing that knee all the way over toward the right side of our mat. Bring it next to the right knee. Squeeze those thighs together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. That's going to work your right hip nicely. Press halfway back with the hips, not all the way. Walk your hands one or two little steps to the left. And then see if you can't press back some more. Oh yeah, that left hip is opening. Right one is as well. And then you might need to walk your hands a little closer to you so that you can bend the elbows and melt your body over your legs. Release the neck, the jaw. Add the ribcage breath. Work it through the mid back. Open it up with the breath. One more nice inhale. Nice exhale. And lift your torso, bring it forward. Walk your hands back onto your mat. Release that knee. Come back into tabletop pose. All right, again, check out that you're keeping some really good shoulder stability by pressing into the hands and widening. All right, I'm going to show you what it's like. I'm going to show you how you can experience what it's like to start collapsing at the shoulders. We're going to be really, but actually this is a good release for the rhomboid we're going to do, rhomboid muscles. Okay, so we're in this pose. Now listen, all I want you to do is drop your chest down toward the ground by softening between the shoulders and bringing the shoulder blades together. Feel how the shoulder blades are coming together? Now press into the hands and widen those shoulder blades. Feel them widen, widen, widen. Press into the hands. Okay, soften in the shoulders. Let them collapse. Let the shoulder blades come together. Now press into the hands and lift as you open the space between the shoulder blades. Hopefully you felt that. Okay, it's kind of subtle. Okay, nice. Cat and cow here. Okay, so make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders and not in front of them. Okay, now we're going to start with the tail, just the tail. I want you to curl your tail as you pick up your belly button. And you're just curling the tip of your tail up toward your belly button. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Keep it really tucked. Curl, 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 curl. Okay, now begin to curl the rest of your spine up toward the ceiling. So making a nice big curve to the top of the ceiling, dropping your head. Stay in this pose. Okay, stay in this cat pose and just press into the hands and drive your hips all the way back toward your heels. Feel the nice stretch up and down the spine. Drop the elbows into your mat. Look forward until you see your hands, just until you see your thumbs. Okay, now begin to come forward with your tail lifted, gliding your heart close to the mat, lifting it up when it's between your hands. Okay, now you're in cow pose. Press more deeply into the heels of your hands. Drive the heels of your hands back. They're stuck in your mat, so they're not going to move. As you send your collarbones forward. Now this, Chris, can definitely get into the mid-back if you're doing it deeply enough, if you really, really press. But don't press the back of your head into your upper back, okay? So you're just looking slightly in front of the mat. Neck is relaxed, but you're getting this really nice stretch through the upper back, mid-back. All right, curl your tail, going back into cat. Bring that spine up to the ceiling, curve it up there, drop your head. Oh, the neck feels so good here. Really let the head drop. Don't hold on to the head at all. Let all the neck muscles relax. Turn your head slowly to the right. Feel how fluid, how smooth you can make that turn. And then to the left, no tension. And back to center. All right, elbows come back just a tiny bit. Start with the tail, lift it up toward the ceiling, drop your belly, drop your lower back. We're moving into cow pose again. Try not to let the lower ribs drop. Try to keep them up a bit. And then press into the heels of your hands. Drive your collarbones forward. Keep your elbows pulling in toward one another. Neck is nice and long. If your neck is bothering you, you need to look at the mat. Nice stretch. Upper mid back. All right, bring it back to table pose. Okay, curl your toes. Walk your hands back toward your knees and sit on your heels. Take your torso straight. Now, if this bothers your feet, that's normal because we're getting a huge stretch in the fascia, the plantar fascia at the bottom of your feet, right? So really let your hips drop. And if this bothers you, just stop, maybe rub your feet and try again or do something else. Okay, now hands come into the mat at the sides of your knees. Lift your knees up here and come to your tippy toes. And try to, again, straighten your back up into your tippy toes. Press your toe pads deeply into the mat. Okay, getting some stretch in those joints, those toe joints.
Okay, now come into a squat pose. So feet are going to come down, probably going to need to widen your feet and just sit in a squat right here. Oh, I just discovered something. Rock side to side in the squat. It feels kind of good. And then settle into it. Okay, a word on squats. If you can put a squat into your day, 30 seconds or a minute, that's great. You know how I do it? When I'm cleaning my hearing aids, I put the cleaning stuff on a lower shelf in the bathroom, so I have to squat to do it. So I just squat down there and do it. So if you can make it part of your day somehow like that, that's great. Okay, press into the feet. Okay, listen, I want you to squeeze your anus up. And now your vagina. If you're a man, there's no men here, the tip of your penis, okay? Those are pelvic floor places. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now lift. Okay. Soften the pelvic floor. So no more squeezing down there. Come down. Pelvic floor engage. Squeeze up like you're trying to squeeze like a kidney bean. I know this sounds kind of gross, but up your anus and up your vagina. Come up. Let go of the squeeze. Come down. Shift some of your weight back. Press into your feet. Pelvic floor lift. Squeeze it up. Nice. Bring it up. And feet come forward, facing forward. Open those arms to the sides. We're going to throw in a mid-back cars, okay? Controlled articular rotation, mid-back. Okay, so take your hands like this, right across your chest. Okay, so stand firmly into the ground. I mean, really activate your legs and the bottom of your feet. Okay, now roll forward like a candy cane. Try to get it in the back. Get the curve in your back. Okay, you're in that little candy cane. I'm going to face you now. Stay in that candy cane and just move your torso to the right in that candy cane position. Now begin to lift the left shoulder to the ceiling. Lift, 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 lift the collarbones toward the ceiling. Now the right shoulder toward the ceiling, left one dips down. Make a little candy cane. You're going to need to turn a bit. Come forward in the candy cane. All the way to the right. Lift. Here we're straightening and extending the spine upward. Drop to the left. Turn your body to the left. Make the candy cane with your spine. Come to the right. Now come to the left. Left shoulder pulls back, right shoulder comes up, lifting from the collarbones. Dropping the right shoulder, left shoulder comes up, turning the torso. And then as you begin to come forward, make that candy cane. Left, lift, slow and controlled. And back to center. Okay, nice. Lift the arms up. Bring the arms to the sides. All right, let's get a little more shoulders in here. Bend your knees and sit in a little chair. We're going to put eagle arms into this. So right arm comes under the left, wrap them around each other. Tops of the hands or the palms touch each other. Sit a little lower and a little lower. Now squeeze your arms together. Feel that nice release in the shoulders and in the upper back. Now what I want you to do is just round forward, like the candy cane we made, round forward. So you're tucking your elbows back toward your torso and dropping your head. So here's another one with that mid back plus shoulders. Uncandy cane. Okay, release the arms, come up. Inhale up, swan dive down, standing forward fold. Hands into the shins as we extend the spine for monkey. Ooh, extend that spine. Slide back down for another standing forward fold. Sit in a little chair. Arms come out to the sides. This time we're going to get the left arm under the right. Is that what we did last time? The opposite. I think it's left under right this time. Okay, squeeze the arms together. And if you want more, begin to fold. Little candy cane again. And breathe here. Straighten the spine, lift up. Open the arms, swan dive forward. And let's release the head and the neck here. So just really be aware of releasing neck tension here by using the weight of your skull to give traction to the upper part of your spine, your neck, your cervical spine. Monkey pose as you press into the shins and extend your spine. Right hand drops just underneath your face, fingertips or palms, it's up to you. Bend the right knee, lift the left, sitting bone, and the left arm. Anyone who wants to put in a bind here can do that. Release that bind if you've done it. Listen up. Stay exactly where you are, except bend your left knee. Push your butt back in a little chair. Lift your right arm, left arm goes back. So we're in a rotated, I'm watching two robins have fun. I lost my train of thought. We're in a rotated seat. I mean chair position. Both arms come up. Bring it forward. Swan dive forward, fall. You know, this time of year, everybody's a little frisky. Palms into the shins, extend your spine. Slide back down to a forward fold. Left fingertips just underneath your face into the ground. Bend your right knee, lift your right sitting bone, and then your right arm. Binders, you can bind this pose. Release the bind. Listen up. Push your butt back down and low. Look for that little kindergarten chair. Right arm comes back, left arms come forward. Twisted chair pose. Arms up overhead, bring it forward and lift. Swan dive forward, come down. Okay, get yourself situated so you can walk your hands forward and your feet back and come into down dog. Fingers are spread apart. Feel your palms, the edges of your palms. Press into them. Press your hands forward. They're stuck in the mat, but you want to drive the mat forward, and that's going to send your chest back. Bring your left foot just off the center line of your mat. Lift your right leg for three-legged dog. Listen up. Keep that right leg lifted and just glide your torso forward
until your shoulders are over your wrists. Nice. Press into the hands. Keep the shoulder blades nice and wide apart. I don't think there's a way you can collapse into the shoulders in this one, but press into the mat. Lift the right arm to, or the right foot to the ceiling, excuse me. Open the hips to the right. Keep that right leg nice and straight. Keep the right heel flexed. Lift the right ankle to the ceiling. A little bit more. So much so that you feel the left inner thigh get activated. Yeah, the left. And pulse. Deep work for the glutes and for the thigh. Turn your hips to the mat. Look forward. Space between the hands is where you're going to take your right foot. Right knee is over the right ankle. Press that left heel back. By the way, make sure you're on different tracks. My feet were all on one track. I felt a little wobbly. All right. Press that left heel back some more until you feel the calf muscles really get a good stretch. Keep that. Press into the right foot until you feel the top of your right thigh react. If you don't, press more. Now straighten your right knee, hips come back, walk your hands back, and you're in pyramid pose. If you want to load more into that right leg and right hip, bend the elbows back and drop your torso toward the right leg. Bend the right knee until it's over the ankle. All right. Look back at the left foot, turn it out about 45 degrees, come up, warrior one. Oh, reach, reach, reach. Take your hands in Namaste Mudra. Bring the mudra down toward your heart. Lift your elbows and really press your hands as deeply as you can into one another. You're going to feel your shoulders and chest light up with that. Keep the shoulders low though. Don't let them hike up toward the ears. Now listen, press into the outer edge of your back foot. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Now you've got a super strong support back there, and you can turn your torso to the left. Press into the right foot. Right inner thigh is working. Now bring it back to center. Keep pressing the hands together. And now twist to the right. Keep using that back leg. Bring it back to center. Lift both arms. Squeeze the arms into your ears. Biceps are squeezing in toward the ears. Cross your thumbs. So you're still in that Namaste Mudra, but crossed thumbs. Bring this forward. Bring your torso forward, right here, right here. Drop the right arm inside the right leg. Press the leg and the arm into one another. If you're doing it, you're going to feel the right hip working. Lift the left arm to the ceiling. Okay, binders, this is your place. Bind, possibly even a deep bind. Release that bind. Bring the left arm over the ear. Let's really feel this intense side stretch. So draw your navel back a little bit. Reach out a little bit more through the left fingertips and really open up your left waist here. Now cartwheel up to warrior two. Drop your shoulders. That left hand behind you, rotate the palm back. So thumb is facing the ground, pinky is facing the ceiling. Take that arm back as far back as you can get it. Bend the elbow and take the top of that hand into your back or side body, wherever you're touching there.
Right palm rotates up to the ceiling. We're doing a bound reverse warrior. So that right arm is coming overhead. Now, if you can't bind that left arm, just let it drop. Okay, really concentrate on taking the breath to the right rib cage and opening it up with the breath, the next breath. Go. One more. And release back to warrior two. Turn that right foot so that it's facing the edge of your mat. Feet are toed in or straight ahead, and we're coming down. So hinging from your hips, coming down slowly. Okay, slowly you're going to use more of your soft tissue. Everything's going to get more of a nice stretch and opening. Oh, here's a good one for the neck. Try a rib cage breath here, upside down. All right, hands underneath your head. Straighten your arms to lift your torso. Walk your hands forward, coming into a wide dog. Let your head fall between your arms. Press your chest back there between your legs. Now soften the elbows when you get back here. And put a nice deep, deep breath in here. One more. Just feel what it's like to invert. Glide forward with your torso. Walk your hands back toward your mat. Right foot swivels so it's facing the front of your mat again. Hands come to either side of that foot. Left heel lifts, left toes face forward. We're going to move this into pigeon pose. So scooch that front foot over. Knee to the other side. And then just make sure that left leg is going straight back, everyone, not at an angle. All right. Now, before coming down on this, you can just feel how open the right hip is, right? Just get a sense of that. But try not to dump that hip over to the right. Keep it at the same level as the left hip. And then you can start coming over this, but keep the hips level. That's going to give you a much greater opening for the hip capsule, for the hip space. And then once you get into your position, you can add your breath. All right, now come to your hands. I want to try to get this to work the mid back. All right, fingertips are facing forward, right? Not out to the side. And my hands are mostly on my mat, but my pinkies are off. Okay, now bend your elbows back, but keep coming forward with your collarbone. So keep the spine nice and straight here. Nice and straight, nice and straight. Now drop your head, round your back, straighten your arms as you lift up. Got it? Elbows bend back, forward with the collarbone. Keep the elbows pulled in. Spine is straight. And then you drop your head and you just drape and come up. So this is mostly upper back, but there's a bit of mid back that comes into play here, especially when you're coming up.
Well, even when you're stretching the back coming down. All right. Okay, so now come out of this. Left leg comes forward, right knee to the side. Make sure that left leg is coming straight out of the hip, that it's not going to an angle. All right, fingertips to the ground. So just close your eyes here. Okay, just imagine that you can see your body as a skeleton. Look what you've done here, right? You've got everything in an L except for this right leg that's bent out to the side. And because it's bent to the side, your right thigh bone, your right femur is rotated in your right hip. That's where the magic happens. So press your right thigh toward the ground. Keep pressing it toward the ground as you slowly come forward over the left leg. So we're opening the right lower back space. Now we're also stretching that left leg. But if you keep pressing that right thigh down, you should access right lower back space pretty well here. Now just melt into this and breathe. Try the rib cage breath with candle blowout. See what happens. Maybe you can get more connected with that deepest part of your core in this position. All I want you to do is notice at the very end of that exhale how the core engages. Okay? We're just waking up awareness in that part of the body. All right. And slowly bring yourself up. Take that left leg back and hands under your shoulders. Curl the left toes, lift the left knee, squeeze the left butt cheek. Press into the hands and lift the torso. Now send the right leg back and come into a plank pose. Now in plank pose, you really want to press into the hands. You really want to keep those shoulders wide because, you're doing a lot here in the shoulders and the chest. Press back with the heels. See what happens. Now lift your hips and look for down dog. And let's just enjoy this dog for a couple breaths. Down dog is used often as a transitional pose, so sometimes you don't really get to feel it. But notice how this is an inversion. And the spine is elongated and inverted slightly, quite a bit actually. And the back of the legs are open. Really, the whole back body is open here. Now take the right foot just off center line, plant it into your mat. Lift the left leg. Flex that left heel. Lift it a little higher. Press your hands firmly into the mat. Feel that. Glide forward with your torso until your shoulders are over your wrists. Just hold that for a bit. Press into the hands. Now send it back again. Lift the leg. Turn your hips and open them to the left. Okay, notice now how you loaded more into the right shoulder. So press into that right hand. Push the mat away from you. Keep that shoulder space nice and open that way. Lift the left ankle to the ceiling and pulse it. Okay, turn your body so you're facing the mat. Lift that left heel and pulse that. I bet you thought I'd forget that one. Okay, look to the front of your mat. Left foot comes forward between your hands. Make sure your feet are on different tracks. Make sure your right foot is way back there so you're in a really nice wide lunge. Now, press your right heel back just so you get to open the calf muscles back there. Feel that nice release. Now press firmly into the left foot, so much so that you can feel the calf muscles ignite. Now begin to straighten the left knee. Feel your hips drive back. Walk your hands back, fingertips facing forward. Pyramid. You want to load it a bit, bend your elbows back. Drop your body down toward that left leg. Bend the left knee, take it forward till it's over the ankle. Walk your hands forward. Look back at the right foot, turn it out about 45 degrees, and come up. You may need to hop that foot forward if it was too far back, but you can always do that once you get up. Hips are facing forward. Okay. Press into the outer edge of your back foot and squeeze your right butt cheek. Take your hands in Namaste Mudra over your head. Bring them down to your chest. Lift your elbows, drop your shoulders, and press your hands together as firmly as you can. Okay, so we want intensity here. If you're doing it with a lot of intensity, you're going to feel this in the bicep, triceps, shoulders, and chest. It's an awesome isometric. Okay, now, keep pressing into the outer edge of the back foot, squeezing the right butt cheek, squeezing the hands together. Lots happening here. Turn and rotate your body to the right. Keep this mudra really active. Feel the right inner thigh open up. Press more deeply into the left foot. You're going to feel the left glute ignite, the left hip. Now bring it back to center. Drop the shoulders, lift the elbows, just kind of, get it all together here. And then rotate to the other side. Right? Of course, you can't twist as much this way, but just as much as you can. And then bring it back to center. Keep the hands in the mudra, straighten the arms, squeeze the biceps into the ears, cross at your thumbs. So you're just kind of locking the mudra up there. Now, back leg is so active and so strong that the torso can just glide forward away from it. Drop the left arm inside the left leg, squeeze them into one another, and then lift the right arm to the ceiling, bent knee triangle. And this is a place that you can bind it up. I mean, there's so many binding options in this one. Release that bind. Press the right arm over your ear. Let's feel the side stretch. Let's really get into it. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Okay, unlock your right waist. Draw out toward the fingertips. Now, send the next 2 breaths to the right rib cage. Nice. Doesn't that feel good? Cartwheel up, warrior 2. Drop those shoulders and really extend those arms out to the sides. Rotate the right arm. So right pinky up to the ceiling, left thumb to the ground, and then bring that arm back, all the way back, as far back as you can get it. You're going to feel this in the right shoulder. Speaking of shoulder work, bend the elbow, take the top of that hand into the body behind you, wherever it lands. Now look at your left hand. Rotate it up to the ceiling. Watch what happens when you spread the fingers apart and light up the palm. You light up your bicep too. Now with that all lit up, you can bring it up and overhead. And now we're getting the left rib cage. So breathe into that. And release into warrior 2 again.
And then arms come up, hips come forward. Warrior two, or warrior one, excuse me. Now we come forward and move it into pigeon pose. Now make sure you lift that back foot and send those back toes forward. And then you can arrange that front leg. Now, of course, if you don't like traditional pigeon, you're on your back in a figure four with your left ankle on top of your right thigh. You grab under your right thigh, bend your elbows, bring it toward you. That's going to do the same thing as this if you don't like this. Now, remember, try not to dump into the left hip. Try to make them nice and level before you bring your weight down into it. All right, slowly come up, palms at the edges of your mat. Okay, bend your elbows back, keep your spine nice and straight, send your collarbones forward. Keep those elbows drawn in. Okay, now drop your head and just pick yourself up. Just kind of drape your body and lift it. Okay, again, bend the elbows back, forward with the collarbone, kind of like when we were doing the cow, right? And then drop and lift, except you get this nice lifting part. Again, elbows come back, bring it forward, and lift it up. All right, sitting, swinging your right leg forward, left knee to the side. Okay, fingertips into the ground. Close your eyes and just notice this pose, this posture. Okay, especially that left thigh bone, left hip being so nice and open, and then that big capital L with the rest of your body, with your right leg, right torso. And we're going to close that L as we come down and press the left thigh toward the ground while we're coming down. And then just release into this and breathe. And again, if you want to look for that candle's breath and engage the deep part of your core here, go for it. And slowly come up. Swing that right leg back. Hands under your shoulders, lift up, send the left leg back, walk it to the center of your mat. Bend your knees. Drop your belly into your thighs or between your thighs. Grab the backs of your ankles. Release your head. Just let your head fall upside down in front of your knees here. Now put a ribcage breath in here and use it to open up your entire back, your spine. Feel that both sides opening up. One more breath. Inhale, exhale. All right, drop the arms. We're going to slowly come up, straightening the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Palms forward. Okay, eyes closed, if you can, mountain pose. Soften your lower back. About the same amount of weight in the right leg and the left. Most people tend to load more leg or more weight on one leg versus the other. Try to make it about even. And then bring the arms up and overhead. We're going to waterfall now. So when you swing your arms forward and come down the waterfall, press your butt back in that little chair. Okay, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, fall. Inhale nose as you come up. Exhale through the mouth, down. I'm going to do 3 more. Last one, stay down. All right. And now we're going to roll up again slowly. This time just dangle your arms to the sides. All right, rotate palms forward. Arms up and overhead. Namaste Mudra right over your crown and then let it fall to your heart. A soft mudra this time. And then press the thumbs into your chest. Let your arms relax, elbows come down. See if you can't feel or sense your heartbeat. Yeah, and then release, bring it all the way down. You know what? I want to do a spinal rotation. So we're going to quickly go onto our back, not quickly. We're going to go onto our backs for a little bit. I just got to get that spine rotated before we end here. Okay, knees to the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Oh yeah, we don't want to rush any of this. Okay. Release your left leg to the ground. Open your right arm into a T pose. The palm is up. Left hand grabs the side of the left leg, the left knee, right leg, sorry. And that right knee is bent. Draw it over to the left side. And if you have that pillow, you can always pop that under your right knee. Now notice if you're scrunching the shoulders, let that go. Actually, this is a good one for candles breath. Do a 360 breath and then a inhale and then a candles exhale. This one's really good for feeling the deep core. Try it. Can you feel that? That's your transverse abdominis. Okay, again. Blow out the candles. Wait till the end. You're going to feel the core engage. That's it. And release that right leg back to center. Straighten that leg. Make sure the spine is nice and straight. Chin to the chest. Left knee comes up. Take a hold of that shin. Squeeze it up. Release the left arm, T-pose. Left palm is up. Right hand grabs the side of that left leg. Draws it over to your right side. Slowly. So if you go slowly, your body gets used to the movement. You'll get more range of motion than if you go quickly. Again, if you want to pop the pillow under your left knee this time, go for it. Check out those shoulders. If you're squeezing them, release them. And then add the rib cage with the candles breath. Sensing the engagement of the
deep, deep core muscles. And release from that. Okay, both knees to the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Cross at the ankles. Come on up. Flip over to your stomach and bring your front body down into the mat. Feet are toed in, hands are stacked, and then the forehead rests on the top. And Joelle, I don't think this feels good for you. I can't remember. I think you said this one doesn't feel good on your forehead. Do something else. Maybe even get a pillow. So just restoring here. And then bringing your hands chest level, lifting your pubic bone, rolling it to your belly button, letting it come back down. Elbows, bring them in close to your body and then press them down toward your feet. And notice how that gives a nice release for the shoulders, takes them away from the ears, so you get more of an extension in the neck. Now listen, when you're doing Cobra, don't bring the back of your head up and look toward the ceiling. Keep the head right where it's at in relationship to the rest of the body. And you're just lifting your body off the mat slowly. So head stays right there. And then those of you who go Cobra back bend, go for it. And then bring yourself back down just as slowly, keeping those elbows drawn in. Feel the body make contact with your mat. And then forehead to the mat. And then come up for one more. And backbenders, for me, this is where I tend to draw my head back. I did it the last time, I forgot. So just be aware, you really don't want to crunch up your neck by pulling the head back. All the way down, slowly. Forehead to the ground, then turn your head to one side. Release your arms to the sides. Elbows are bent, palms are up. So the arms aren't close to your body. Bring them away from your body. Well, check in with your shoulders. You want your shoulders to be completely relaxed here. So that's what I was looking for with that arm position. And then slowly, without creating any tension, turn your head to the other side. Very slowly make that turn. And then bring your head back to center. Palms on either side of your chest. Lift up into table pose. Roll your tail under a little bit. And then press your hips back toward your heels. Come into child's pose. Let this pose open your back. Come into it slowly. All right, few breaths there. And then if you are staying for Shavasana, you can flip it over and come into Shavasana pose, corpse pose. Okay, so just let your body drop into the mat. If you want to put a little flat pillow or neck roll under your neck, go for it. Also, if your lower back is bothering you at all, or even if it's not, you can put that pillow under your knees if you were using a pillow. It gives release in the lower back.
Eyes are closed and soft. Okay, so in meditation, which is what we're doing here, we're doing a meditative shavasana. Very often people meditate to get calm, and that benefit is definitely there. But truly, meditation is just being aware of consciousness, basically. So, this, even though your eyes are closed, just notice this kind of big, undefined space. Okay? So, everything that we do and everything that we experience is experienced through our awareness, our consciousness, our mind space. I mean, it truly is, right? So here we get to really kind of observe that mind space, really be with it. Normally, we're not aware of it. We're usually kind of more aware of external things and moving about. But truly, we experience everything through our awareness, right? Our consciousness. So look out into this darkness that isn't quite dark, as if you're looking up into a night sky. And just notice whatever appears. Maybe it's a sound, maybe a sensation, maybe a thought, maybe a feeling. Whatever is experienced is, it's like the surface of an ocean. It's like the waves that rise and fall. Okay. Your awareness, your consciousness, your being is actually the ocean, not the passing sensations or thoughts or feelings. If one of those arises, it will always change and fall away again, right? Always impermanent. So just lay back and just be the ocean. And when a wave comes by, just experience it, notice it, let it be. Of course, it's the thoughts that usually become difficult for people because we tend to grab the thoughts, kind of contract our awareness within that thought, and even identify with those thoughts, which were really not the thoughts, right? So let the thoughts be like anything else, like a sensation or a sound, and just rest your mind. And if you find you're contracting into a thought, You can always go to your breath and the sensations of breathing. And in tonight's Shavasana practice, if you'd like to put a prayer, sankalpa, intention here, you can do that. So these passing thoughts in your mind, you don't create them, right? They come from memories and conditioning and all that. But this thought, this prayer, intention, sankalpa, this is something that you are intentionally thinking. It's a different type of thought, it's a different energy. So form that seed if you'd like to. And then with your next exhale, release it. Notice your breath. Spaciousness of your mind and your body, your inner peace. Okay, slowly making your transition. And gently rolling to one side. And then slowly coming up into seated pose. I think it's the first seated pose of the day, or the practice, I should say. All right. Wide open with the arms, wide open with the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Great weekend.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye,
Laura.
Chris. Hey,
Bye.
Joelle.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, Krista. Bye,
Okay.
Melissa.
Bye.